Hi, it's Chris from Stamp Blessings, and today I had a card class where we played with the new strawberry mice from Close to My Heart, and that's a promotion going on right now for National Scrapbooking Day. So these little guys are really cute, and I was inspired by Close to My Heart maker Laura Beacham, who lives in Australia, and she came up with this fun little card design. Now she went ahead and fussy cut her mouse out, which is super cute, but because I wanted to make this card a little bit more simple, I just left him on this die cut circle. But you could definitely fussy cut him out, and I'm even thinking I might try stamping some of these little daisies and fussy cut them and add to this card. So let's see if I am able to do that. But let's get started making this cute card. So I have my card base and all the pieces that I need are already pre-cut in my envelope. I just need to shake those out. So I went through my yellow papers and I found all sorts of great different colors. I even found some yellows with some patterns, which are a little bit fun to use. I'm going to set those aside because on these here, I want to go ahead and stamp the strawberry. You could also stamp the flower just for variety, but I'm going to go ahead and stamp the strawberry. So this is an old pad from Close to My Heart. The new ink pads are fabulous. And I'm just going to go quickly and alternate how it looks. But that's basically what it looks like. So off camera, I went ahead and finished stamping these and inking the edges. And to do that, I just take my ink pad and quickly rub it around all four corners. So that's super easy, but it gives it a nice extra finish. All right, so those are done. Now I want to go ahead and stamp my cute little mouse, and I'm going to go with this little guy with a berry, and he is already mounted and ready. And I love to use Close to My Heart's intense black ink. You can use this for alcohol markers, so like Copic markers, tri-blend markers, which is what Close to My Heart uses, and also you can watercolor with that. So and I'm going to be using Copic markers because that's what I have for many years. I had those before I started with Close to My Heart, and I just couldn't justify rebuying new markers when I had so many. So I don't want to bore you while I do my coloring, but I'm going to basically take these Copic markers. Well, yeah, I do need the green and the pink, and go ahead and start coloring. I'm almost done coloring my mouse, and I'm going to just share how I like to do my blending. So I start with the darkest color first, and I like to just put it on the outline of the mouse or any image that I'm coloring in. And I don't go heavy, I just try and do it in spots. So where I think that it might be good to pull it in. And then I'll go with the next lighter color and then start to pull that in. And it's just a quick kind of coloring here. I find that Copics and any kind of markers, just with a little practice, you get pretty good. And he's already a little bit darker than I had expected. I think this little guy is a little bit lighter, yep. But each one turns out cute. They're all different, but they're always cute. Gonna give his arms a little bit darkness. And now let's see if I come in with this lightest gray and see how that kind of pans out. And I might have to go a little bit darker, but then you see my technique. And to pull in the darker colors, I just kind of swirl it around. And I'm not gonna have a very smooth transition up here, I think, so I might have to go back. But the nice thing is you can just play around with it and keep adding a little bit more color as it dries. Again, just by swirling it around, you're blending that darker color in. And when I colored my strawberry, I tried to leave just a little strip of white to give it a little bit of a highlight. But here I'm just kind of blending in that ear, and that does make it a little bit lighter. So hopefully if you're not comfortable coloring with markers, you can see how easy it is. And the Close to My Heart tri-blends are nice in that they come 3 colors variations to 1 marker, which is nice. Then you don't have to have 3 markers, you have 1 and it just is in 3. All right, so we're almost ready to go ahead and start assembling. So I'm going to take my card base. This little guy is ready and my squares are ready. And what I found is that I took a T ruler and I wanted to make sure that my squares went on straight. So I just took my ruler, lined it up, and then went ahead and drew a light pencil line. So that's going to allow me and show me where to go ahead and put my tape. So I'm going to just run some quick lines of tape. And these squares were each cut, I had to cut 8 squares total, and they were at 1 3/8, and it worked out perfect. So they're 1 3/8 square, and that works out perfect. Now I didn't pre-lay these out, so if you bear with me for just a minute, I'm gonna see how it looks. I'm gonna start off with 4 on the top, and then I'm gonna offset it. So I'm lining it right up on that pencil. I'm gonna just go ahead and put some down, alternating. I like to get the different colors in. It's such a fun look. And Laura did this card with using also different colors. So she had created a yellow one, and then she created some other ones. So I'm not quite square on the end there, but that's okay. It's gonna work out fine. I might just try and make sure I line it up a little bit more square. Oh, and I'm already, that's my goof. Remember that I said it was gonna be a little bit offset. So there we go. Now we're going in right, and that looks good. Coming in with this one. I think I'm gonna go this color next, and then I'm gonna just trim this in half, and hopefully, there we go. So my cut end will be on the outside so that I can always even this up later with a paper cutter, which I tend to do. All right, so that's how quick this card base came together. Look at that, so cute. You'll want to go ahead and draw the little doodles, which are not as scary as they seem. I just like to go straight up. And you can purposely do a little bend in there. Sometimes I draw 3 little dots to break up my line. I might go do a little zigzag. So it's purposefully uneven, which is always nice and easy to do. If you feel like you went too wonky, you can go through and do a second double line. And I've done that on this other card, my first one. So like there I went crooked, but I don't think anybody's gonna really notice that. Maybe they would. So now I can just go back over, do a little bit of a crisscross on purpose, and I think we stress more over the perfection of things than other people would even notice. And there we go. That's how quick it is. All right. So I have my base. I have my little mouse stamped. Now I just need a sentiment, and I'm going to go ahead and emboss that really quick. So after I got done embossing my sentiment strip, I decided to stamp some of these little daisy flowers and cut them out. And I have, well, they're not daisies, they're strawberry flowers, and cut them out. So I have 2 cut, and I'm gonna just cut really quickly just to show you. If you don't like to fussy cut, it's pretty easy. You just keep your scissors still and then just turn the paper as you go. A trick that I depending on what I'm cutting out, sometimes I like to leave a border, something for a bigger image. In this case, on the flowers, I'm just cutting on the black line. If you're not 100% happy the way it turns out, what you can do is take a black marker and then just run it around the edge. And just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to use this dark gray and show you what I mean. And when I just run it around the edge, it gives it a nice finish. And so if you didn't cut perfectly straight, it's okay. It just kind of makes the whole thing pop, and it takes away that side, that whiteness. So I did that one, and I held on a little bit too long, so it did bleed in. So these ones, well, now I have to do it quickly, but for the camera, I just held on to it too long. You would just keep moving your paper and your marker, so not to let it soak in. You could even use like a Tombow marker for that. But that's okay. I'll just tuck that one underneath and you'll never know. That little one I'm going to just leave. Okay, the last step I need to do is just finish off my banner. And this is from Close to My Heart, Stamp of the Month. It's called Sweet Tweets. And I took the sentiment, "You're so sweet," because I just thought that went well with the strawberry. When I do my banner cuts, I typically will cut in through the center, and then I come in from the corner and take each corner back to that center. And that gives me a pretty nice banner or flag cut. And I'm just going to assemble the card. So for this step, I'll just use some wet glue. Go quickly on there. Move these little guys. Go ahead. Put that down, hold it for a second. Then I'm going to just add some glue on the back. You could use tweezers to help you set the flowers. Here's that flower that I wasn't really happy with. I have a little bleed over, so that piece will get tucked under. Perfect. And then I'm working to make a group of 3. So I'll go ahead and put that one there. And I could either, I think I might just make a little cluster there. I was thinking I could put it over here too. What do you think? Where should I put it? Where would you put it? I'm going to just cover up that last one there. So now I have my little clump of 3. Also, part of the strawberry kit are these really fun red acrylic hearts that you could add to your card also. And these would attach really nicely with some liquid glue. I tend not to really put them on because they are a little bit thick to mail, but they are fun. And if you are scrapbooking, they really have a lot of different fun little hearts. So, or if you were giving it to somebody, that would be perfect. So now I just have to trim off that little bit of extra here, and then my card will be complete. Perfect. So that was quick and easy. It's a great way to use up scraps. Here I have some with the strawberry flowers, here's without, but they both are super sweet. So don't miss out on Close to My Heart's National Scrapbooking Day celebration. There are 5 different bundles available. This strawberry mouse happens to be my favorite. And also, if you purchase during the month of April, you can get Sweet Tweets for just $5 with a qualifying order. And if you are a VIP, you can get it for free. Thanks for tuning in today. I appreciate it.